clinically proven natural options for reducing spasticity. So, what is spasticity, firstly, and what can be done about it? Firstly, it's basically a condition of stiffness. At least that's what it's referred to. It can be anything from mild stiffness of the muscles to spasms of the muscles. It can be painful. Now, it can be painless or painful. There's many aspects to how this condition can occur. And it can result in some involuntary movements, and some of these spasms can be uncontrollable. It can be anything from painless to painful, and so it's typically treated with muscle relaxants. It's a common condition, common symptom found in patients with multiple sclerosis, as well as cerebral palsy, and patients who have had a stroke. So the way the symptoms that it usually has is like stiffness of the muscles, spasms of the muscles. There can be pain, there can be fatigue, and if it happens in children, there can be issues with the development of muscles and the joints as well. So it's like I said, it's seen in multiple sclerosis. Cerebral palsy is also seen in ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. People who have had brain injuries, spine injuries, a stroke, and so what can be done about it? Well, firstly, um, you need to understand what's going on here. It's an issue with nerve signaling. So basically, what happens is the brain sends a signal through the spinal column to the muscle, and then the muscle causes the muscle results. This results in the filaments within the muscles sliding against each other and allowing for contraction to take place. Now, somewhere along this, the nerve impulse does not work correctly, and this is usually related to damage in the part of the brain or the spine where this impulse is coming from that controls movement. So it has to be treated with muscle relaxants, typically. But there are other things that can help as well. The number one thing that comes to mind is magnesium. Now, magnesium is responsible for overall neuromuscular transmission and nerve conductivity, and also for signaling and regulate. It's an electrolyte, so it regulates the way all of the electrical activity takes place in the body, and it's responsible for more than 300 different processes. It's also one of the most common nutrients that people tend to be deficient in. So, magnesium is something that can help, and in clinical studies, for example, in one clinical trial in patients with cerebral palsy, it was able to improve spasticity as well as constipation. This is important. Constipation is a problem for a lot of people with neurodegenerative disorders. And usually, when constipation can be controlled, a lot of other symptoms tend to reduce. I see this a lot in Parkinson's disease as well as Alzheimer's, but more so in Parkinson's. So magnesium is a key player here for improving for relaxing the muscles and improving the symptom of spasticity. Another thing that helps is an amino acid known as threonine. This is not to be confused with like magnesium threonate. I don't think you're getting both at the same time. It's not. Threonine is an amino acid that plays a significant role in the connective tissue and in the muscles for elasticity as well as strength. And a lot of it is found in the heart, and that comes as no surprise because the heart is a muscle that's constantly working. So naturally, it needs to have a lot of this amino acid present. So, according to the scientific studies that have been done on threonine, it's believed that threonine increases the amounts of glycine within the brain, and glycine is responsible for the inhibitory synapses. So you've got two types of synapses. You've got the excitatory, and then you've got the inhibitory. And the inhibitory are the ones that relax everything and calm everything down. Excitatory is what gets you, like the word says, excitatory. So threonine's been used in clinical trials too. Not as effective as magnesium, in my opinion, but it has shown promise in familial spastic paraparesis, multiple sclerosis, and spinal spasticity. So threonine is another one that can play a key role in helping with this condition. Now the last option, it's not the last option, but it's the third thing I want to talk about. That's something that I don't do myself, but it's something that does work, and everybody's heard of it, acupuncture. Now, a lot of people think, oh, acupuncture, that's just for like relaxation, or that's just some exotic thing. No, no, no. This has been studied quite extensively. There's a lot of clinical studies done on acupuncture. It's found to be highly effective for a lot of different disorders. And one of those disorders being spasticity. One of the symptoms, at least. So acupuncture, basically, for those of you who don't know what it is, it comes from Chinese medicine. It is used in Ayurvedic medicine. That's what I practice as well. But we don't use it as much as the Chinese medicine practitioners do. And it's used for treating a bunch of different disorders. Mainly, it was used for pain, but it's also found to be effective in other conditions. And basically, it involves the use of needles at specific points in the body, and that's for controlling the movement of energy within the body. And this, while some people think of it as pseudoscience, it's actually not. It's been used in various clinical trials, proven to be highly effective. And it's useful in treating spasticity in multiple conditions. Multiple sclerosis is one. It's also used for cerebral palsy, spastic cerebral palsy, and also for patients who've had a stroke. It's been used in treating patients who are being rehabilitated after a stroke or trying to recover from a stroke, and found to be highly effective at reducing the stiffness and the spasticity. So this is definitely something to consider. Acupuncture is usually we find medical practitioners of different medical sciences putting each other down, but I'm a huge fan of acupuncture because I've seen what it's done for a lot of people. I've tried it myself. And it's a great tool, definitely something to look at. Go ahead and take a look at the studies. I've posted all of the studies in the description of this video, and take a look at it. And please tell me what you think in the comments. If you have any experience with this, and if you know better how to use some of these things, please share it in the comments so that other people can see it. And as always, if you'd like to get in touch with me, you can do so through my website, drnishal.com. I do online video call consultations. So no matter where you are, if you need help, I can help you. And I will see you in the next video.